If you would like for me to see your questions, or rather if you'd like for your questions to stand out, go ahead and hashtag ask Portia, and then perhaps they will end up in a video. First question: what kind of heat press machine are you using, and any advice for someone new to heat press? Guys, I am using the Ricoma 16-inch by 20-inch press. Now it is a little bit of a larger heat press, and it's ideal for t-shirts, hoodies, and like other apparel. But of course you can do smaller items on there as well because you have enough space. Now what I've come to learn about Ricoma is that they are known for their durability as well as their quality, which equals dependability. So I've had this press for a bit over a year, and I have not had any issues with it whatsoever. A couple of the things that I actually like about the press is its digital display. So there's a touch screen, and you are able to navigate through the settings that way. And it's very, very easy to use, and you're also able to set parameters and also save those parameters, i.e. We're going to sublimate on this temperature when it comes to socks, or we want to set it for X amount of time or anything like that. So you can set what the item is, the actual temperature itself, as well as the amount of time. So when you turn your press on, go straight to the parameters, and then you are able to set the machine up that way. I also like that the platen itself, or the machine itself, is adjustable. That's one of the things I found about the various heat presses. One of the things you want to pay attention to when you are purchasing a heat press is adjustability, because sometimes you need little pressure, more pressure, firm pressure, and if you can't adjust it, that may make that press a little bit limiting. Also, with the model that I have, it has the slide out drawer. I don't even know if that's the right terminology for it, but I like it because it allows you to kind of work on the platen and in that space without being too close to the heat press. So that's a pretty dope feature. Now you are able to pretty much press like a wide variety of materials when it comes to this type of press. So it is very versatile. So I have found myself doing t-shirts and hoodies like I mentioned earlier, but I've done tote bags, I have done pillowcases for like on my couch, so like throw pillows. I have used it, of course, with sublimation. I think I do the majority of that. Well, the most of the things that I do is sublimation. I've also used it with my vinyl, and also the DTF films as well. So very, very versatile. Was able to get through all those materials without a problem. I've even sublimated glass and wood as well. So that's a really good thing. Now, advice to beginners. One of the things that I always say for a beginner, now whether you're a hobbyist or you may move your hobby into a small business, think about what it is that you're going to be doing. So when you purchase the press, is this something that I can grow into, or do I already know I am only going to be working with one material? I'm just going to be pressing t-shirts. I don't need to adjust the pressure. I don't need a large platen. Those are things to think about. But if you are going into like business and it's going to be a small business, I would definitely say start small when it comes to the type of things you will be pressing on your heat press. The reason why I say start small is because you want to get to know your machine. So whether or not it has a ton of features or it is a straightforward heat press machine, start small. So a smaller project is going to give you an opportunity to test temperature, time, and pressure. Because just because you read, oh, this should take 400 degrees on 100% polyester for a hoodie, that might not mean that your particular machine is going to work that way. So I always say, do a sample size before you really dive into it. And as you're diving into it, that sample size should be like a scrap. We all have scrap t-shirts laying around and different scrap materials, because you don't really want to get into like wasting materials, guys. And the reason why I'm laughing is because when I started out, it was just like, oh, this is garbage, this is garbage. And you're gonna want to give yourself that time to test and try out. Don't just go headlong into a project and say, nope, I got this, I'm reading the instructions. And because you have read the instructions before and they have not turned out the way you wanted to, because you got to get to know that machine, do some tests, and then go from there. Also, please guys, safety first. The press is extremely hot, and I know that's probably something I wouldn't have to say, but if you're new to this, you may think that the heat is like contained in like one area, but at times the top can get hot as well as the platen itself. So which is why I like the pull-out drawer, because you are staying safe and you are able to stay away from it. Even on other models, the platens the heat part can swing away. So safety first. And then guys, so at the end of the day, I think the Ricoma, the larger press, the 16x20, is good for both beginners and experts alike. It is going to give you quality, ease of use, as well as versatility, as long as you take the time to understand and know the materials you're working with. You are always going to get a good result.